Hello everyone and welcome to Lesson 14, Information Security Professional Certifications. Information security is becoming more complex, and as newer and more capable software and hardware products emerge, attackers find more vulnerabilities. In the process, it becomes more difficult for security professionals like us to stay current. In addition, it becomes more difficult for employers to identify people who are qualified to keep their organization's systems secure. Just because you have a degree in cybersecurity or something like that doesn't mean that you're competent, because different programs have different requirements and employers really don't know what they get from that particular program. So they rely upon certifications to show them at least that you have a baseline or minimal knowledge when you come to them. So today, one of the most common methods for identifying the skills a security professional possesses is certification. A certification proves that you as the holder have obtained a measurable level of competency. It also may prove that you have a certain level of experience and have passed an examination. Each certification attests to a different skill set and has different requirements. Today, there are many certifications that relate to information system security or cybersecurity. These certifications are for personnel in areas ranging from high-level security management to very detailed hands-on practitioners. Regardless of your interest or experience in the information systems security field, it is likely there's a certification for you. Certifications can help identify you as someone who has pursued training and who complies with the certification's knowledge objectives. In this lesson, I'm going to teach you about the most popular information systems security certifications and their requirements. Your learning objectives is to describe information systems security educational opportunities and professional certifications. Key concepts that we're going to talk about is US DOD Military Directive 8570.01 and DOD Directive 8140.01, which replaced 8570. We're going to talk about popular vendor neutral professional certifications and popular vendor specific professional certifications. Let's start with the U.S. military, the U.S. Department of Defense. The U.S. Department of Defense has developed many standards and requirements to govern nearly every aspect of daily operation and behavior. Although not all DoD standards apply directly to information security, some do. The DoD Directive 8570.01, it's called Information Assurance Training, Certification, and Workforce Management, defines many requirements for DoD personnel and contractors with respect to information security. DoD Directive 8570.01 requires all DoD personnel and contractors who conduct information assurance function be assigned duty positions to achieve very specific levels of certifications. Different jobs carry different certification requirements. This directive first came out in December 19, 2005. The Government IT Wiki is a great resource for additional information on DoD Directive 8570.01. You can Google it. Here you can find more details about the specific certification requirements for each job type. You can also find explanations of how the requirement may affect your organization or job. In general, DoD Directive 8570.01 affects any DoD facility or contractor organization. It ensures that all personnel who are directly involved with information security possess security certifications. The purpose of this directive is to reduce the possibility that unqualified personnel can gain access to secure information. DoD 8570.01 has created a new segment of opportunity for training and certification organizations. Many providers of security training and certifications target DoD employees and contractors to offer paths to DoD Directive 8570.01 compliance. This mandatory certification requirement has increased the number of personnel who pursue certifications. It also maintains a steady flow of students through security classes to earn continuing education or continuing professional education CPEs, which I talked about in the last lesson, to keep credentials current. Some have questions its effectiveness, but DoD Directive 8570.01 has increased the number of security personnel seeking ongoing security training. The U.S. Information Systems Agency, or DISA, is the agency arm of the U.S. Department of Defense that provides information technology and communication support to the White House, Secretary of Defense, and all military sectors that contribute to the defense of the United States of America. DISA developed a new operationally focused cybersecurity training framework that replaced the previous 8570.01 directive. The vision of this new cybersecurity training framework is to establish a robust workforce training and certification program that will better prepare DoD cyber warriors to operate and defend our networks in an increasingly threat-based environment. General Keith Alexander, the former director of the National Security Agency and head of the United States Cyber Command at the time, said whether we do our cyber training at one school or multiple schools, the training will have to be executed to one standard. He said, I think that's what we need to do so that the combatant commanders and the forces in the field know that whether they get a soldier, Marine, airman, or sailor, that person is trained to a standard and can accomplish the mission that is expected of them. And that's a direct quote from him. The basic tenets for the new Directive 8140 for the cyber workforce include the following. A training strategy roadmap for role-based and crew certification is provided. Commercial certifications, which have long been relied on, although they are often just too broad for military use, will be adapted and tightened to better meet Defense Department needs. DISA can produce focused, relevant qualifications and certifications for the cyber warriors of the United States. Crew certification is a grouping of qualified role-based operators who obtain the desired effects necessary to defend and operate in cyberspace. A Cyber Defense Academy will qualify role-based individuals to work effectively as part of crews and teams. Joint Cyberspace Training and Certification Standard, it's called JCT and CS, is the current baseline for work role definition. And the National Initiative for Cybersecurity Education, which is nice, we talked about that last lesson, will be the baseline for federal and DoD work role definitions. This slide represents the specific role-based requirements for fulfilling 8140 cybersecurity workforce development initiatives. There are certain DoD initiatives that will support this new DoD 8140 cybersecurity workforce development standard. They have DoD 8140, which is Workforce Requirements Initiative, and it defines the requirements for the cybersecurity roles identified by the JCT and CS. You have Learning Management System selection by the Office of the Undersecretary of Defense for Personnel and Readiness. You have JCT and CS Concept of Operations, we call those CONOPS, and an implementation plan. You have the Department of Homeland Security and National Security Agency Centers of Academic Excellence that we talked about before, and you have DISA Cyber Workforce Developments. The shift from the 8570.01 directive to the more role-based DoD 8140 provides a more succinct solution to fulfilling the various cybersecurity roles required for combat support. The roles identified by 8140 directive include the ones you see before you, which is security provision, operate and maintain, protect and defend, analyze, operate and collect, oversight and development, and investigation or investigate. Information security is a growing discipline that becomes more complex with every passing day. The DoD and the NSA have identified many areas of interest and concern related to information security. The DoD and NSA have adopted several training standards to serve as a pathway to satisfy Directive 8140. Although they are called standards, these training standards are not true information security standards in the usual sense. They're really training requirements for specific job responsibilities. These training standards include long lists of learning objectives for topics related to specific job responsibilities. They were developed by the Committee on National Security Systems, which is CNSS, and the National Security Telecommunications and Information Systems Security Committee, which is NSTISS. They provide guidance for course and professional certification vendors to develop curriculum and materials that meet the DoD NSA requirements. Some of the standards define different levels of expertise, such as entry, intermediate, and advanced. Others address general requirements targets as a single level. This slide shows the current CNSS NSTISS training standards that relate to information security. These training standards provide comprehensive descriptions of job competencies. They provide guidance for potential and existing InfoSec professionals. Anyone who currently works in InfoSec or wants to work in the field can use these standards to ensure they possess the necessary skills. Perhaps more important, they lay the groundwork for equipping the next generation of InfoSec professionals in different job functions. I won't go through each one of these, just take a moment to look at them. A certification is an official statement that validates the fact that a person has satisfied specific job requirements. These requirements often include the following: possessing a certain level of experience, completing a course of study, and passing an examination. An organization that is empowered to state that an individual has met the certification's requirement issues the certification. Although certifications are not perfect, obtaining them is a standard way for security professionals to further their security education and training. Certifications show that a security professional has invested time, effort, and money into learning more about security. Many prospective employers consider security certification as they screen job applicants. True security expertise involves more than merely holding a certification. However, certification preparatory organizations have developed curricula that do a good job of educating certification candidates as well as preparing them for an exam. Certifications target specific areas of knowledge and expertise. There's at least one certification for most security-related job functions and expertise levels. The first type of certification is the vendor-neutral certification. This type of certification covers concepts and topics that are general in nature. It does not focus on a specific product or product line. Several organizations provide certifications that the security community recognizes as having high value. The next sections I cover will cover some of the many certification organizations and their credentials. The International Information Systems Security Certification Consortium, Incorporated, or ISC Square, is one of the most respectable global certification organizations. ISC Square is a not-for-profit organization that focuses on educating and certifying security professionals from all experience levels. ISC Square offers 4 main credentials, each addressing a different security professional role. The 7 main ISC Square credentials are as follows. Starting at the top, you have the Systems Security Certification Practitioner. Next, you have the Certified Information Systems Security Professional. You have the Certified Authorization Professional. You have a Certified Secure Software Lifecycle Professional. You have a Certified Cyber Forensics Professional. You have the Healthcare Certified Information Security Privacy Practitioner. And you have the Certified Cloud Security Professional. I'm going to cover each one of these in just a little bit more depth. So for the SSCP, the Systems Security Certified Practitioner credential, it enables security practitioners to demonstrate their level of competence. The SSCP covers the 7 domains of best practices for information security. ISC Square publishes the security best practices in the SSCP Common Body of Knowledge, or CBK. The SSCP credential is ideal for those of you who are working towards or already hold positions as senior network security engineers, senior security systems analysts, or senior security administrators. The CISSP is the flagship credential, and it's the Certified Information Systems Security Professional. The CISSP was the first ANSI/ISO accredited credential in the field of information security. The CISSP provides information security professionals like yourself with an objective measure of competence and a globally recognized standard of achievement. The CISSP credential demonstrates competencies in 8 domains of the ISC Square CISSP CBK. The CISSP credential targets middle and senior level managers who are working towards or already hold positions as Chief Information Security Officers or Chief Security Officers or Senior Security Engineers. Next is the CAP. The Certified Authorization Professional credential provides a method to measure the knowledge and skills necessary for professionals involved in the process of authorizing and maintaining information systems. The best fits for the CAP credential are personnel responsible for developing and implementing processes used to assess risk and for establishing security requirements. Professionals seeking the CAP credentials could include authorization officials, system owners, information security officers, and certifiers. This credential is appropriate for both private sector and U.S. government personnel. Next is CSSLP. The Certified Secure Software Lifecycle Professional is one of the few credentials that address developing secure software. The CSSLP credential evaluates professionals for their knowledge and skills necessary to develop and deploy secure applications. This credential is appropriate for software developers, software architects, and anyone involved in the software development and deployment process. The CCFP is the Certified Cyber Forensics Professional credential. It's not an elementary forensics certification, but rather builds on an already existing forensic certification or experience using a commercially available forensics applications such as in-case forensic or forensic toolkit, which we call FTK. The CCFP credential would test and evaluate professionals for the knowledge and skills necessary to perform and conduct a digital forensics investigation. This credential is appropriate for law enforcement officials, cybercrime and cybersecurity professionals, forensic engineers, and forensic consultants. Next is HCISPP, the Healthcare Certified Information Security and Privacy Practitioner, and it was developed to address the healthcare industry and the protection of protected healthcare information, or PHI, or Electronic Protected Healthcare Information, which is EPHI. The HCISPP credential will test and evaluate professionals for the knowledge and skills necessary to perform and conduct security and privacy work for healthcare organizations. This credential is appropriate for individuals seeking an IT or IT security career path within a healthcare organization. And finally is the CCSP. With the rapid growth in cloud and virtual computing, the Certified Cloud Security Professional certification was built by both ISC Square and the Cloud Security Alliance. The CCSP credential will test and evaluate professionals for the knowledge and skills necessary to secure and manage cloud computing environments. This credential is appropriate for IT security, system administrators, and system architects who are designing, implementing, hosting, and managing applications and cloud infrastructures. After the original conception of the CISSP and the continuous evolution of information system security, ISC Squared discovered a need to develop concentration credentials that address more advanced content, including information system security architecture, engineering, and management. These CISSP concentrations are in the following functional areas. The architecture, the ISSAP concentration requires a candidate to demonstrate 2 years of professional experience in the area of architecture and is an appropriate credential for chief security architects and analysts who typically work as independent consultants or in similar capacities. The engineering concentration was developed in conjunction with the NSA, providing an invaluable tool for any system security engineering professional. The ISSEP concentration is the roadmap for incorporating security into projects, applications, business processes, and all information systems. And the management concentration requires that a candidate demonstrate 2 years of professional experience in the area of enterprise-wide security operations and management. This concentration contains deeper managerial elements such as project management, risk management, setting up and delivering a security awareness program, and managing a business continuity planning program. The Global Information Assurance Certification and SANS Institute. So the next major certification organization is also a global organization that is ANSI accredited. The GIAC, we call it, offers approximately 30 individual credentials. These credentials span several information security job disciplines like audit, forensics, legal, management, security administration, and software security. GIAC was formed by SANS Institute in 1999. It's the governing body which issues the various certifications. SANS Institute provides specific training that prepares students for each of the GIAC certifications. You can pursue individual GIAC credentials or follow a path to earn higher level credentials. Anyone who holds a GIAC credential can submit a technical paper that covers an important area of information security. An accepted technical paper adds the gold credential to the base GIAC credential. The gold credential enables security professionals to stand out from other credential holders. The GIAC Security Expert or GSE credential provides another method for security professionals to stand apart from other credential holders. The GSE requirements include holding 3 GIAC credentials, with 2 of the credentials being gold, denoting an assessed writing component, passing the GSE exam, and completing an intensive 2-day hands-on lab. The GSE represents the highest level credential within GIAC. This table lists the current GIAC credentials and their respective levels according to GIAC. Certified Internet Webmaster offers several credentials that focus on both general and web-related security. Several CIW's advanced credentials require a combination of passing an exam and holding at least one recognized credential from another vendor. CIW uses this blended approach to encourage a breadth of security knowledge and skills. This slide lists the CIW security-related credentials and their general requirements. You can take a moment to look at that. The CIW approved credential list contains the credentials from other vendors that satisfy the CIW Web Security Specialist and CIW Web Security Professional credentials. Other credentials that satisfy CIW requirements include the ISC Square SCCP or CISSP, various GIAC credentials such as GSE, GCFW, GCIH, and so on, CompTIA Security Plus, and several vendor-specific credentials. Speaking of CompTIA, CompTIA's Security Plus certification is a vendor-neutral credential. Security Plus is a globally recognized foundational certification for any IT or IT security professional. CompTIA's Security Plus certification has become the entry-level information security certification of choice for IT professionals who want to pursue further work and knowledge in this area. CompTIA's Security Plus certification is postured to reach the masses of recent college graduates or entry-level IT professionals who are trying to decide what specific career path to take within IT, security being one of them. For those professionals seeking an entry-level information systems security or cybersecurity certification or credential, the CompTIA Security Plus certification has the following benefits. It's globally recognized credential with certified professionals in 147 plus countries. It meets the ISO 17024 standard and is approved by the DOD 8570.01-M requirements. It's industry supported, given that Security Plus is developed and maintained by leading IT experts, and it provides a career path in information systems security in the pursuit of additional security certifications. For security professionals possessing 5 to 10 years of experience, CompTIA offers the CASP, which you see at the bottom of the screen, or CompTIA Advanced Security Practitioner Credential. According to CompTIA's website on the certification, CASP meets the ISO 17024 standard and is approved by U.S. Department of Defense to fulfill Directives 8570.01-M requirements also. It is compliant with government regulations under the Federal Information Security Management Act, or FISMA. ISACA, formerly known as the Information System Audit and Control Association, is a nonprofit global organization that promotes the development, adoption, and use of globally accepted industry-leading knowledge and practices for information systems. ISACA provides security training at conferences and training events. The organization offers 4 certification programs for IT security. This table lists the ISACA certifications. The previous vendors I talked about and the previous certifications aren't the only ones that have value. There are many other certifications that address niche areas in the discipline. These slides I'm showing now and the next one are not exhaustive lists, but rather a starting point for researching some of the many available options. Before deciding on the right certification for you to pursue, research the most current offerings in your area of interest. Vendors introduce new certifications continually. They also frequently update their existing products. Make sure that you conduct your own search for the latest information on the certifications you most want to pursue. So here are some of the certifications that's out there. You have EC Council, Carnegie Mellon, MAL 2, Certified Wireless Security Professional, High Tech Crime Network, International Society of Forensic Computer Examiners, Cybersecurity Institute, and Offensive Security. Several vendors of hardware and software products also offer certification programs. These vendor-specific certifications help identify professionals who possess in-depth product knowledge. Many organizations use these certifications along with vendor-neutral certifications when evaluating prospective employees and personnel. As with vendor-neutral certifications, holding a certification for a specific vendor does not guarantee competence, but it does imply it. If an applicant meets the requirements for a certification, it means that applicant has a certain level of knowledge and skills, like I told you before. So in this section, I'm going to teach you about some of the vendor-specific certification programs. Certification programs change frequently. You should visit the vendor website for each of the software and hardware products active in your IT infrastructure. You'll find that many vendors offer certifications. Now, the next sections I'm talking about introduce a few of the many vendor-specific certifications for security personnel. Cisco Systems is one of the largest manufacturers of network security devices and software. Cisco offers a range of certifications for its network products. Its training and certifications process helps ensure that security professionals who work with Cisco products possess the knowledge and skills they need to secure their environments. Cisco offers several different certification levels along different tracks. These options enable security professionals to focus their efforts on the specific knowledge and skills they need to get the most out of their Cisco equipment. Cisco offers certifications at 5 different levels to address the needs of professionals with different experience levels. Entry-level professionals can work their way up the sequence with additional training and experience. Those who already possess substantial Cisco equipment experience may choose to start with a higher level. Cisco offers certifications at the entry, associate, professional, expert, and architect level. Cisco challenges applicants differently depending on the level of certification. Entry-level certifications require only a single exam. More advanced certifications require multiple courses and exams. Cisco also offers multiple paths for associates, professionals, and experts. These paths enable Cisco credential holders to specialize in specific areas. You can earn a Cisco certification in the following paths. You have design, security, voice, wireless, routing and switching, and service provider. Here is a list of many of Cisco's certifications. Juniper Networks manufactures a variety of network security hardware and software too. Juniper also offers a varied range of certifications for its network and product line. Like Cisco, Juniper Networks offers multiple certification levels and different tracks. Its certifications help personnel who work for organizations that use Juniper Networks hardware to get the most from the products. Certification candidates can take courses and exams to qualify for certifications at 4 levels from 11 different tracks. Juniper Networks does not offer certifications at all levels for every track. This table shows the Juniper Network certification levels and the tracks available at each level. RSA is a global provider of security risk and compliance solutions for enterprise environments. RSA products include identity assurance, data loss prevention, encryption, and tokenization devices. They also provide specific training and certifications to help security professionals acquire and demonstrate the knowledge and skills to use RSA products effectively. Because organizations commonly use RSA products in various capacities in an enterprise environment, RSA offers several certification options. RSA currently offers certifications for RSA Archer and RSA Secure ID. Each certification requires the applicant to take one or more required courses and then pass a required exam. Symantec, or the Symantec Corporation, provides a wide range of security software products too. Like other vendors I've mentioned, Symantec offers certifications for its product lines. These certifications provide specific product training and validate practitioners' knowledge and skills related to the Symantec product line. Here's a partial list of the available certifications in the Symantec Certified Specialist Program. Symantec also offers a more advanced certification, the Symantec Certified Professional, which represents more experience and more in-depth knowledge than the SCS certifications. Currently, Symantec offers the SCP certification for cloud security. Check Point is another global manufacturer of network and security devices and software. Check Point provides training and certification paths for security professionals to encourage the highest level of knowledge and skills in the use of Check Point products. Security professionals have several certification options and can choose from among 3 tracks and 3 levels. Check Point certifications require that applicants pass an exam that involves 80% study materials and 20% hands-on experience. This table shows the Check Point certifications for each level and track. So, in this lesson, I taught you about some of the available security certifications. Although security certifications don't guarantee competence, they can provide employers with confidence that the credential holder possesses a standard level of knowledge and skills. Most organizations issue credentials for limited time periods, so you can also determine that a current credential relates to current knowledge and skills. You learned about vendor-neutral and vendor-specific certifications. Professional certifications from organizations such as ISACA Square and CompTIA offer vendor-neutral certifications. Vendors such as Cisco, Juniper, and Check Point all have vendor-specific certifications. You also learn about the US DOD Military Directive 8570.01, defining a standard for information assurance training, certification, and workforce management. This has been replaced with the newer role-based standard 8140 for the cybersecurity workforce development. You should use certifications to help you direct your learning and measure your knowledge and experience throughout your information system security or information assurance career. However, don't measure your value or abilities only by the number of certifications you hold. Employees do use certification to help assess prospects, but the best assessment is the prospect's actual performance. All right, that's it for lesson 14. I'll see you in lesson 15.